folks, good morning from me and the vanilla scented coffee that I am unashamedly handcuffed to at the moment. It's a day off. It's grey outside. We have some things to get done, but today we're thinking about a little bit of baking. Today we're thinking of going to a new ramen place. Life's not too bad. But first I do have to go to the Italian post office to pick up some documents, which truly is not for the weak. One of the biggest fears of every immigrant here in Italy, the kit for the permesso di soggiorno. For anyone lucky enough to have never seen this before or to not know what this is, basically for all of us immigrants out with the EU, how I long to be one of those people who threw a milkshake at Nigel Farage's head. We have to apply either every year, every 2 years, every 5 years, every 10 years, depending on the kind of permit, or the kind of residence permit to stay here in Italy legally. And that's all fine, that's good. But this involves going to the post office to get a kit, filling out the kit, taking the kit back to the post office quizzing you basically on what you've got in the kit. They then give you an appointment with the nearest big major police station, which is usually no sooner than 6 months away. If you're in a big city like Florence or in Milan, it can even be up to a year away. You then go to the appointment, which basically means showing up at 7 o'clock in the morning to wait outside a building in the cold to hope that your appointment time will be respected, usually not, to either be told that you haven't got all of the documents and payments that you need, or miraculously, if you do, to get then your kind of confirmation that you'll get your permit, and then in another month or two the permit will actually arrive. Dated from the date that you did the application. So like if I do my application on the 1st of November and I don't have my appointment until April and I don't receive my document until July, it will be dated November, which means again, in those few months from July to November, I'll then have to reapply again. But everything's fine, folks. And to give you an insight into the hellscape that is Italian bureaucracy, if you're not already Italian or if you haven't already gone through this thing is basically actually only a couple of pages of form, but is so needlessly complicated that it comes with a guide to how to fill out the form. It comes with a guide of all of the different kinds of permit you can ask for. It has a guide to the numbers that they use inside. It has a guide to the different province codes and various other kind of shorthand things that they use. So that's this morning's activity. Afterwards, a little workout to relieve any leftover stress. A bit lunch, and then we'll see if I have any energy left to do anything else today. I'm done, and I'm not too hungry for a workout, so that can happen later, if it's going to happen at all. Let's get some lunch. Quick and simple one today, while the grapes are still tasty. Red grapes, some salty crackers, and some stracchino. You're probably tired of seeing this if you guys follow me on Instagram. In theory, what we have here are some vegan spiced dark chocolate chunk cookies. The reality might be far more experimental. Crispy edge, chewy middle, lovely and melty because it's still kind of warm. Main flavors are obviously the brown sugar and the cinnamon. You can taste the olive oil, so I would say if that's not your favorite kind of flavor and sweet, you could definitely use a kind of neutral flavorless one. As far as lazy afternoon experiments go, it's a winner. Just if anyone's curious as to the why these are vegan, the answer is laziness. while I passed to the supermarket earlier to pick up some grapes for lunch, I knew I wanted to bake something, but still not what yet. So when the kind of cookie craving hit, I just, you know, I wasn't in the mood to go to the supermarket again. So looking at everything I had in the cupboard, I thought, why not? So the butter, I kind of hinted at before that I would usually use in my kind of classic chocolate chip cookie recipe, is replaced with olive oil. Though as I said, you can easily use a neutral oil. The chocolate just basically needs to be a simple dark chocolate that doesn't contain any milk or any other animal derivatives. And I didn't have any eggs, so in place of eggs, you can easily use just a couple of spoonfuls of water. You can use a couple of spoonfuls of non-dairy milk. Basically, as long as the kind of ratio of fat to dry ingredients with a little bit of raising agent, the right amount of mixing and the right amount of time in the oven, and you have some very easy, lazy, dairy-free, egg-free vegan cookies. And of course I added some cinnamon and some ginger to them just because, you know, Christmas is on the way, finally. I will properly write up the recipe in the description and on myrapeseed.com, but here's a little spoiler. But for now, coffee, little break, workout, need to wash my hair, need to call my mum, and then we're gonna go to the